Hey friends, happy Friday. I can't believe I'm saying this, but this is our last full math group together. Can you believe it? You guys have been with me for 2 years doing math, working together. And I'm going to be honest, it makes me a little bit sad. It makes me sad that I'm not there with you guys and that we can't be there together for your last day of 5th grade math. Like I said, next week you're still going to have math, but it's going to be more like fun, independent activities. You are probably going to have an end of the year math check on one of your days, just so I can have it for your school files and all that. But guys, before I even start, I am incredibly proud of you. One thing that I want you to take away from math this year, and I'm going to say this without trying to cry. One thing I want you to take away is that whenever you see word problems, whenever you see big numbers, that doesn't mean that math has to be scary, okay? What that does mean is that you can break it down a little bit more so that it becomes easier bites to swallow. You can break down your numbers to tens, hundreds, thousands so that they're easier to work with. And guys, I just want to make sure you hear that you are all incredibly talented in math. And I want you guys to remember that, okay? No matter what in middle school. Not only are you talented in math, but you're talented in so many other things too. In acting and dancing and reading and writing and spelling. And I don't want to end this year without telling you guys from the bottom of my heart how proud I am of you, how beautiful you are inside and out, and how incredibly, incredibly much I'm going to miss you. It makes me a little bit sad because I don't feel like I got to give you a proper goodbye, especially after being together for 2 years. I don't feel like I got to hug you. I don't feel like we got to have our goodbye together. And I know that kind of feels like it's not fair because I feel that way too. And I'm crying right now. I told you I wasn't going to cry, but here I am. And it just kind of stinks. But one thing I want to assure you, 5th grade, and I know Evan, you're listening too, but 5th grade, we are going to be having a 5th grade fancy dinner together when all of this passes, when it's safe for us to do that. Okay, I promise we're going to do that. We're going to have our fancy dinner. And you are going to be able to see each other again, and you are going to get to see me again, and I know that we're going to be able to say goodbye like we want to say goodbye at that time. All right? So rest assured in that. I'm going to stop blabbing because then I'm just going to cry and I'm going to forget to teach you math. But just know how much I love you. Just know how much I care about you. And just know that no matter what, I am always on your team. And I am always on your side, no matter how old you get. Even when you're Miss Cantrell's age, you can email me, you can call me if you need anything, because we are a family. And I will always consider you guys one of my own kids, okay? And I love you very much. All right, I'm going to stop talking because I'm going to start crying again. Here we go. Oh, my gosh. All right, switching gears to math here. Whoo-wee. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up to page 84. You guys did number 3 yesterday together. We're going to do number 4 together. Just so you guys know, you're not going to have a test or a quiz on percentages. This is just something that I needed to make sure you understood before going on to middle school, because you're going to be diving in a little bit more with these next year. So I just wanted to make sure you were exposed to this. So let's take a look at number 4. Now here, we're going to do it using the bar model method, except we're going to have 2 bar models, okay? So it says, Lynn bought a new car. Ooh, that's fun. For $22,000 do this on your whiteboard with me, $500. And that's for her new car, okay? Now, it says, after a few years, he sold the car at a discount of 25%, because as soon as you drive a brand new car off the lot, guess what? It loses part of its value, so you're never going to be able to get the same amount for it as you paid. That's how all things pretty much are that are used. Okay, so selling. So he sold it at a 25% discount. So I'm going to make sure that this bar is a little bit smaller than this one because he is selling it for less than what he paid originally. So I know that the total cost of my car was $22,500. So that was 100% of my cost, okay? I know that that's my 25% discount. I've got to figure out how much he actually sold it for. So I know that I'm just going to take some notes. 100% is $22,500. Okay, now I've got to figure out what my 1% is first. All right, so what would that be? What would 1% be? Okay, good. $225. Now I've got to figure out what my 25% would be. So I'm going to take my $25, my 25 from my 25%, and I'm going to multiply it by my 225, which I just found here. Okay? And what do you get? Perfect. $5,625. Oop, hold on. Can you see? There you go. All right. Now it says that's how much the percent was. I've got to figure this part out still. So we've got to go into part 2 here. So now we're going to take our original cost and we're going to subtract it by the amount that's 25%, which we just found was $5,625. So subtract those. What do you get? Good. So you should have gotten $16,875. So that's how much he's trying to sell his car for. All right. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at number 5 on page 85. The price for dinner in a restaurant was $80. The customer paid an additional 7% meal tax and left a $15 tip. How much meals tax did the customer pay? So let's look at A. So let's take our 7% tax, okay, of our $80. So remember, whenever I see of, I know it means to multiply. So I'm going to take my 7% over my 100%, and I'm going to set up my problem like this. Okay, what do you get? Good job. So the customer paid $5.60 for the meals tax. Now let's take a look at B. I'm going to take my $80 that I paid at the restaurant just for the dinner, and I'm going to add on my tax, which I just found was $5.60. Okay. And then I'm not done. I've got to add on my tip, which was how much? Good, 15. So add all those up together to figure out my total cost for dinner. All right, so the customer spent $100.60 on their dinner. Okay, this is what I want you to do, please. Today, I'd like for you to finish 85 and 86 in your workbook. Okay, so you're going to do number 6 and then page 86. Pause the video. All right, here is your work. Okay, so number 6. And then here's your math journal. Okay, page 86. Look at that and figure out what you need to do. Maybe if you missed a couple, okay? All right, guys. Excellent, excellent job. I am so proud of you. You guys have done an amazing job this year. Excuse me. And I couldn't be more proud. All right, guys. I love you. I miss you. And I will see you next week. Bye.